to let you know that you got mail and it's a friend request from God. It's been sitting in your inbox for many years now and it's time to click confirm. Many times on Facebook, if you don't know the person or recognize their profile picture, you ignore the request. I mean, you don't want strangers getting to your personal information, and in other times you ignore friend requests because you know the person is requesting to be your friend only because they want to be nosy and see what's on your profile page. Other requests your friendship to find dirt on you and to break up relationships and friendships. I can't tell you how many happy homes Facebook has broken up, all because of people's lies, rumors, and gossip. Well, let me tell you that when you accept God's friend request, your life will never be the same. Verse 10 gives us 3 reasons as to why we should accept God's friend request. 1, you will never have to fear. Why? Because God will always be with you. As young adults, starting out, many times we become fearful of the unknown. If we can't see what's going to happen or can't find out from someone, we get crazy. Our fear holds us in bad relationships and prevents us from stepping out on faith and moving on. Well, guess what? It's okay to be single. Being afraid stops us from pursuing our dreams, and we stay in those dead-end jobs, even though God has called us to a new area. God won't lead you astray. For Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path." 2, you should be encouraged, for God is always in control. Yes, even when your situation and circumstances look, feel, and smell out of control, God is still there orchestrating it all. Some of you young adults may be struggling with some situations right now and perhaps thinking that if God was really in control, then I wouldn't be dealing with this drug addiction or barely able to pay my bills and make ends meet. And you know, that sounds like a valid argument. I mean, the Bible does say He has cattle on 1,000 hills. What is His, we shall inherit. What we want, He won't put more on us than we can bear. You know, we always seem to find God's promises when we feel like He's not fulfilling His duty. But I want you to know that God has given us all choices. A choice to continue taking your tithe and buying weed or not. A choice to get up off the couch and go look for a job or not. God is whatever you need Him to be, but you have to allow Him in your life. Put down those guards and say, "God, here I am. Use me as you will." Allow God to be the pilot in your life. Isaiah 54:17 says, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rises up against me in judgment thou wilt condemn." And number 3, God will always have your back. Just like He had the children of Israel back when He delivered them out of bondage, He has your back too. He was right there with Job when the devil took all he had and was sick almost to the point of death. Even when we jump over to the New Testament and His sidekick, Jesus, comes on the scene, He still had their back then too. Ask Paul and Silas, who began to offer up a radical praise that even the walls of prison could not hold them. Hebrews 13:5-6 says, "God has said, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you." So we say with confidence, "The Lord is my helper, I will not be afraid. What can man do to me?" No matter what you're going through right now, next week or next year, know and believe in your heart that God is right there with you. Sometimes God sends us through trials and tribulations to test us and make us stronger. And sometimes we put ourselves in a mess, but guess what? God is still there, coming to our rescue. Our God created this entire world in 6 days, and I'm almost certain He can handle our little problems.